What up, y'all boys? It's your boy KT. You feel me? We back with a little video about Shannon Sharpe. Poetic Flacco blessing us with some more game, man. Let's see what he talking about.
It is going to bring a lot of chaos and turmoil to Shannon Sharpe's life, but I believe this lawsuit is a lot deeper than what meets the eye. Disgraced Houston attorney Tony Busby has announced he's filing a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of a Jane Doe. If you've been following celebrity lawsuits, especially in the last year and a half, then you would know that Tony Busby has been a recurring character. He's literally involved in suing literally everyone, right?
For what?
And a lot of the times, his lawsuits are deemed frivolous, especially with Jay-Z more recently, where Tony Busby got himself in a lot of trouble filing a lawsuit against Jay-Z on behalf of a Jane Doe that Jay-Z has never met. Busby would announce the lawsuit on Facebook of all places, and he would put, late last night, the Busby law firm filed a civil lawsuit on behalf of a brave young woman who alleged she was brutally essayed by former NFL player Shannon Sharpe on multiple occasions. The last incident occurred in January of 2025. The lawsuit filed on...
So Shannon Sharpe out here manhandling these women. Come on, man. You Shannon Sharpe, though, bro. You should be able to get anybody, fool. What's going on?
The pseudonym Jane Doe lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and blank, including allegations that Shannon Sharpe repeatedly threatened to choke and slap Jane Doe. The case seeks $50 million in damages. The case is on file in Department 11, Clark County State Court, Nevada, the county where the alleged conduct occurred. The egregious and concerning facts of the case are set forth in detail in the public filing. I'm extremely proud to represent Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court. If you are a real victim, from my perspective, Tony Busby should be the last lawyer you should hire to represent you.
Is he that bad of a lawyer?
When you go with Tony Busby, the automatic assumption is this is a money grab. This is frivolous. You are lying, because Tony Busby has been lying on people for the last 50 years, bro. Tony Busby is
Shannon might be innocent.
Known fraudster. And everything about this lawsuit aligns up with everything that Tony Busby does. With the Jay-Z stuff, Tony Busby tried to extort or hold Jay-Z hostage for millions of dollars before going public. What Tony Busby does is he would hold a lawsuit until something in your life is about to happen. With Deshaun Watson, he held on to the lawsuits until Deshaun Watson...
so he just find famous people and try to sue them? Is that what this dude do? Like, what? You just trying to ruin people's lives, bro? And get money out of them?
A huge deal. And then he struck to extort Deshaun Watson for money in a settlement. With this Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, he held on to the lawsuit, and he filed a day after it got announced that Shannon Sharpe is about to get $100 million in his new podcast deal. Even though Shannon Sharpe hasn't publicly spoke on the new $100 million deal, his co-host will pretty much confirm the rumors by quote tweeting and saying, "Oh, we finna be richer," because Shannon Sharpe is currently with the volume, right? And, you know, and that's
that boy got $100 million deal streaming. So, but the lawyer trying to take that away. This little man, that boy grimy. Then
Colin Cowherd's network. As soon as that's over,
that Jane Doe probably ain't no Jane Doe.
Rogan-esque deal. And the day that was announced, Tony Busby was rubbing his hand like Birdman, knowing he was about to try to hold Shannon Sharpe hostage. I want to make this clear. If Shannon Sharpe is guilty, he doesn't deserve a platform. He doesn't deserve the $100 million.
Right, give it to me.
If Shannon Sharpe is innocent,
give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say to you know, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll take the $100 million.
For Shannon Sharpe to take everything that Tony Busby has.
Where the money gonna go?
Take his wife. Take everything from this guy. Because at some point, enough is enough, bruh. Now, what we know about this lawsuit so far is that it's being filed by a woman that Shannon Sharpe met at a gym. And no, it's not Michelle, all right? So we don't know the woman's identity yet, but what we do know and can confirm is the woman who's filing a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe isn't the Michelle that was caught on IG Live being intimate with Shannon Sharpe. This Jane Doe actually met Shannon Sharpe.
I forgot about that. Oh, getting freaky on live.
They met at a gym. That's where their first encounter was, and apparently Shannon Sharpe and her began talking because they were both a part of a weight loss competition.
Hold on. According to the suit, and she was 20 years old. He was in his mid-50s. She started on the first encounter. Tried to real about her. She broke down.
They met at a gym. That's where their first encounter was.
My bad, I didn't read out loud, bro.
And her began talking because they were both a part of a weight loss competition. I already know how they're going to try to paint this man. Bro.
Yeah.
They're going to try to paint him as a predator, bro. 20 is legal. 20 is legal, bro. And
But 20 is legal. But now if he done did some crazy shit and like sexually assaulted her, that ain't legal. 20 is legal. But that other shit that they accusing him of ain't legal. You know what I'm saying?
You think, man, she was probably preying on him, bro.
Do you research?
She was probably preying on Shannon Sharpe, bro. A multi-millionaire, ex-NFL player.
Right.
It's a highly successful podcast,
now,
man. Stop
come on now, bro. Everybody knows Shannon rich and I'm about.
Man, cut it out, bro. But
probably trying to get some money. She probably done had sex with bro. You feel me? He probably done. He ain't want to time.
20-year-old.
Gave her a few things. Now he stopped fucking with her.
You are predator. I'm saying you got no business with no 20-year-old, bro. All right? They crazy.
That's true.
Right? They're probably immature, probably broke. When the money dry up, they probably don't know how to let that money go, bro. Because you probably their first multi-billionaire, bro. So as a 50-year-old man, bro, who is probably well-versed in risk assessment, man, a 20-year-old ain't worth it.
Ain't worth it. I ain't gonna lie. Making good about your age.
She will claim that Shannon Sharpe pursued her heavily, right? And when he finally got her, that's when things changed. She admits they got into a consensual relationship, but then he got very controlling and verbally blank afterwards. Now, she will state that he was very demanding and demanded complete control over her time and her body, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule.
Why would Shannon want to demand your time and your body, though? Shannon Sharpe. Bro can go to the strip club and go get some. You feel me? Bro can go. Shannon, come on, Shannon. Now, if you did this, bro, you wrong, dog. Because you got all the other fishes in the sea that you can go get. That's what I said the first time, making sure y'all heard me. That he can go get. You tripping over a 20-year-old, bro. I'm pretty sure some get 50, 60, 70-year-olds up there.
On his command whenever he called. So far, I ain't hear a crime yet. As far, so far what I've heard is something that's expected outside of the verbally stuff, right? Complete control. Listen, bro, I'm a multi-millionaire in my 50s. If I wanted a career woman, if I wanted somebody who was 40 plus with a career and a mind of her own who can go out, no, bro, you is in your 20s. Ain't no partying, ain't no going out with the girls. Nah, bro, you coming over this mansion.
Yeah.
You getting,
yeah,
your back dug in every night. You eating this and you going home, bro. That's it, that's all. But in return, you get the provision,
Flacco keeping it 100.
Access that you are dating.
Flacco keeping it 100.
You're not attracted to a 50-year-old Shannon Sharpe. You're with him for money and he's with you for your body.
Yeah.
It's a fair exchange in my eyes, all right?
Right. He just used you for your time.
You could have very easily said, yeah, I'm not coming over. I'm not going.
Exactly. You still win.
You consensually and willingly entered into a transactional relationship, and now you're trying to paint him as a monster for your relationship being transactional. Mm-hmm. It will continue. Doe claimed that there was one argument in particular that terrified her when he yelled at her while a firearm was visible in the room.
Bro.
The lawyers are so slick and diabolical.
Come on now, bro. Really? He yelled at you at a firearm in the room. You ain't never been yelled at when your mama got a knife in her hand? You ain't never been yelled at when your mama cutting? You never been yelled at when the kitchen knife on the counter? Fork? Broom? Them are all weapons. A firearm. What the firearm going? He don't got it in his hand or nothing. There's no point in that. That's not no point. They just trying to get, bro. Shannon ain't do nothing. He can keep his 100 mil. Just give me 20.
It terrified me because he yelled at me while a firearm was in the room.
KT Dre, give me 20.
This man lives in a mansion, bro. This man home just got robbed and raped.
I'll be a lawyer, Shannon.
This year. You don't think he had firearms in his house? He never lifted a firearm at you. He never pointed it at you.
Exactly.
He never used it on you.
Exactly.
But peep the word. Oh, I was terrified. Had a firearm in the room while he yelled at me. Yo, this is lawyer framing because essentially what's going on is he wants
the expression
you
he put on this, bro. Oh, my shit about to die. Let me see the truck with batteries.
Because when you say, oh, he pointed a firearm at me, no, they can't say that because that's when Tony Busby getting his eye rated, right? He getting his assets taken by Shannon Sharpe. So they go.
If you ever do that again, I will kill you. Come on.
Own conclusion. Oh, I was terrified. He was yelling. Firearm was in the room. Man, you thinking he probably did something with the firearm, bro, when all he did was talk to her. Now, here's where they try to paint him as a monster, and this is where I think it's pretty reasonable what he did in this situation, okay? So, plaintiff tried sharing her location with her friends from her iPhone, just in case, the doc stated. But Sharpe saw her sharing her location. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, if you ever do that again, I will effing blank you. This is he said, she said, and so far we haven't seen anything to really back this up. All we know is Tony Busby is a...
If I'm high profile and you show your location after we argue, don't you ever, girl, what's wrong with you? Now that's some reasonable shit. You know people out here whacking these rich people trying to take their homes and go get the jewelry and the money. You know that, bro. I would have to, girl, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Liar and a fraud, so anything attached to him is a lie and a fraud.
Her life in danger.
We're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, and let's just say, okay, she's telling the truth. While they was in an argument, he seen her dropping her location, and he said, hold on, if you do that again, I will effing... Yo, this man's house just got robbed. This man is a celebrity. This man understands the climate of Los Angeles.
Oh, right? That's even worse.
Like
you know they be hitting the LA.
He understands the climate of Los Angeles. Now, I believe they were in his LA home, or let's say Nevada home. This man understands the climate right now, bro. All it takes is a disgruntled woman dropping her location to the thugs she know, and now they coming to your crib, blicked up, trying to rob you, bro. So yeah,
we got Shannon Sharpe low.
If we're in an argument and you drop the location, I'm stopping that. No, you try to get me killed. That's what I'm thinking. So the incident where she was dropping her location took place in Los Angeles because they moved to Nevada shortly after his home got robbed. So yeah, bro, that man is from the projects. He's from the hood, bro. Dropping your low.
It's crazy.
As a woman, man.
It's crazy.
Listen, bro, I can't fault Shannon Sharpe for taking precautions, homie. Now, this next part is pretty disturbing, and I'm going to just not even give my judgment on this. I'm going to just let the court play it out.
Well, I'm going to give my judgment.
She goes on, and she stated that following a move by both to Nevada during the summer of 2024, Doe states in her shoot that she attempted to break things off with Shannon Sharpe, that she wanted nothing to do with him after seeing the Instagram live with Michelle, where he was digging in Michelle's guts, and he accidentally turned on IG Live. Which she would say, after she attempted to break it up with him, that led to him raping her. Now, she would say that in her suit, the first instance happened October of 2024 at her apartment. She said the then 56-year-old Shannon Sharpe forced himself on her while she was crying and sobbing. The second instance, the suit alleged that it happened a few weeks later, right? January of 2025, where she would claim that Shannon Sharpe came over to her house again. Now, the first time he forced himself on her, or allegedly raped her while she was crying and sobbing, that apparently was not enough for her to cut things off. She invited him over her house again after that because he promised to buy her a Christmas and birthday gift. But instead, he violently forced himself upon her again.
What?
One will say, if somebody did that to you once,
and this just coming out today in April,
that's probably like
it just dropped yesterday.
Right? Like, that's probably something where you would never speak to that person again. where you will call the authorities, where you will go to the police, where you'll get that person locked up, where that's not something somebody can do to you, and then you go back to being friendly with them or even wanting gifts from them. So to hear that, to me, is very sus and very sketchy. But with this Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, listen, bro, I believe there's something up here, bro. I think this is give back. And now, if you guys are not aware, bro, a lot of people was blaming Shannon Sharpe for the Fox Sports lawsuit because Shannon Sharpe and the stylist was really close friends.
Wait, what?
People know that Shannon Sharpe and that stylist actually linked up weeks before the lawsuit was announced. Now, a lot of people, right? Now, you can look on the YouTube streets, all right? I believe like Marcellus Wiley also hinted toward this in his video, where they believe that Shannon Sharpe bankrolled, funded the lawsuit against Skip Bayless and Fox Sports in retaliation for Fox Sports letting him go. Now, who knows if Shannon Sharpe did this? Who knows if it's true that he's even involved?
I don't even know what to say on that. You feel me?
What I do know is this could very well be retaliation. This could very well be Fox Sports and Shannon Sharpe retaliating against Shannon Sharpe by bankrolling their own lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. Now, do I believe this lawsuit is gonna go far? I don't, bro. To be honest, yo, I doubt it. Listen, bro, because everything she stated, there's really no tangible proof or evidence.
No evidence.
I didn't really see any messages.
No evidence.
I didn't see any type of correspondence with Shannon Sharpe where he's taking responsibility and owning up to it. So at this point, it's he said, she said, bro. And with Tony Busby's track record, good luck convincing a jury, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think?
Man, y'all let me know what y'all think. You feel me? They just playing with my boy. I think what it is, bro, he was fucking with the little 20-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Giving her money, buying her little shit. Then he probably stopped, you feel me? She started getting some pay, bro. She wants some pay, take her to court, sue him. Allegedly, he, you know what I'm saying? SA, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But we gonna see if this even go further. Other than that, bro, probably finna drop another video. I do not know. You feel me? But y'all stay tuned though.